International Space Station from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan with a launch Sunday morning at 1:12 a.m. Central Time. That was 1:12 p.m. Baikonur time at the Central Asian launch site, where snow lay on the ground and temperatures hovered around the 30-degree Fahrenheit mark. Through a series of pre-programmed automatic computer commands, the Progress began its three-day journey to the International Space Station. You can see in these pictures as the International Space Station and the Progress cross the equator, about to approach the west coast of Africa, moving from southwest to northeast at an altitude of 220 statute miles. Again, the fly-around began just a few minutes ago. And the visiting vehicle officer here in Mission Control, Tony Foti, reporting back to Flight Director Emily Nelson that the fly-around is just about complete. This will initiate a period of about 14 minutes or so of station keeping so that Russian flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center outside Moscow can evaluate all of the data coming in from the automated approach of the Progress to the International Space Station, and a docking that is scheduled at 2:25 a.m. Central Time, 3:25 a.m. Eastern Time. Once the docking occurs, that will initiate a period of the hooks and latches between both sides of the Progress and Piers docking compartment docking interface to latch up to one another to form a hard mate between the two vehicles. Once that occurs, the crew on board the station, Commander Peggy Whitson, and flight engineers Yuri Malenchenko and Dan Tawney will conduct about 2 hours worth of leak checks before hatches are scheduled to be opened to the Progress vehicle about 5:30 Central Time this morning to enable the crew to begin unloading its contents. Yesterday, the crew spent a very quiet Christmas day as they engaged in private family conferences with their loved ones. For Whitson and Malenchenko, this is their 77th day in space, their 75th day aboard the International Space Station since their launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome on a Soyuz vehicle back on October 10th. They arrived on the station back on October 12th. 11 days later, on October 23rd, Dan Tawney was launched aboard the shuttle Discovery on the STS-120 mission that delivered him to the International Space Station. This is his 64th day in space, his 62nd day on the complex. Again, the Progress 27 cargo ship currently in a period of station keeping. This view that is being relayed through the U.S. Ku-band communications system shows the external camera view, the engineering view through crosshairs on an external camera, an enhanced television camera now on these Progress vehicles that the Russian engineers for RSC Energia have incorporated into their vehicles. And you can see on the far left hand side of your screen the docking port that the Progress will precisely align itself with to link up to the station just a short time from now. The Progress is carrying 4,949 pounds of cargo. That includes 1,918 pounds of propellant, 110 pounds of oxygen, and 2,921 pounds of dry cargo, including holiday presents for the crew on board the space station.
So the end display, we have lock on. The range is 160 and the range rate is 0.01. Copy that. Please keep reporting.
The translation of Russian flight controllers talking to Yuri Malenchenko, who is in the Zvezda service module, his hands at the control of the Toru, or telerobotically operated rendezvous system that would be employed in the unlikely event that the automated Core's rendezvous system would encounter a problem. So far, so good. No problems reported at all with the automated approach of the Progress for its docking coming up just about 20 minutes from now to the Piers docking compartment.
And, range rate -07 and closing. Copy.
Again, periodically you'll be able to pick up, as you can see, the thruster firings from the Progress. Once again, its approach fully automated. through pre-programmed commands.
Range rate is minus.
And the visiting vehicle officer, Tony Foti, here in Mission Control, reports to Flight Director Emily Nelson that final approach has now been initiated. The Progress now moving in for its docking to the Piers docking compartment.
On stage 23 now. Copy.
The crew on board the station was awakened on Christmas night about 10:30 p.m. Central Time to begin its workday, a slightly adjusted sleep-wake cycle to accommodate today's arrival of the Progress 27. Once again, after docking, there will be a period of leak checks at the docking interface between the Progress and Piers that will get underway shortly after 4 a.m. Central Time, leading to the opening of the hatch to the Progress cargo ship at about 5:30 Central Time today.
Range 100. Range rate 0.6. Copy.
Again, the voice of Yuri Malenchenko through the translator here in Mission Control. Progress now less than 100 meters away from docking, closing at a rate now of about 0.5 of a meter per second. At the time of docking, at the time that the forward docking probe slips into the docking port of the Piers docking compartment, the rate of closure will be a very glacial 0.1 of a meter per second.
We crossed the 80-meter boundary. Range rate 0.45. Copy. The target is practically in the center. Copy. Do you have a TV image?
Precise alignment being reported as Yuri Malenchenko reports back to Russian flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center outside Moscow. Now 60 meters separating the Progress from its destination.
Copy.
The Piers docking compartment was vacated back on